They're black, and they're saying black people are too stupid to get identification. My God, how ridiculous is this? Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back to Crisco's Corner for the Daily Wire by Ian Hawthorne. No, requiring ID to vote is not like Jim Crow. What the hell's wrong with these people? Look at these idiots. I mean, you need ID for everything. And here's the long and the short of it. They think black people are too stupid to get IDs. And they're black themselves. These people are nuts. Let's read on. I ran in five local elections here in upstate New York, so I know a little bit about it. Not, of course, at the national level, but oh, God. On Thursday, Democrats and leftists lost their minds as Georgia Governor Brian Kemp signed the Election Integrity Act of 2021 into law. With Senate Bill 202, Georgia will take another step toward ensuring our elections are secure, accessible, and fair, said Governor Kemp on Thursday. Ensuring the integrity of the ballot box isn't partisan. It's about protecting the very foundation of who we are as Georgians and Americans. I couldn't agree more. Key components of the bill aim to improve ballot security, and that's the key thing, and standardize the variations which occurred across the state during November elections. I can't go into detail what my opinion is because I'm in YouTube jail now with a warning because I put the Time magazine article up concerning the last year's election. I guess reporting on what a national major magazine has to say concerning the election is going to incite violence, according to YouTube. People are crazy. Over ballot security and standardize the variations which occurred across the state during the November elections, with broad discretion allowed to local officials. I'm not so keen on that. In addition, instead of signature verification, Georgians who wish to cast their absentee by mail ballots would now be required to prove their identity in the form of a driver's license, state ID number, or other form of identification. The response from Democrats involved two strategies. First was a cherry pick, one interpretation of Section 33 of the bill, which prevents anyone from soliciting votes or distributing campaign material by arguing that Republicans are attempting to starve out prospective voters who are apparently unable to bring their own water with them or use of any self-service water receptacles made available. That's... if you're standing in line to vote, people can't give you water and things like that because they're going to have, Joe vote for John Cordisco on the side of the water bottle, or the guy's going to have a big T-shirt that says, vote for Joe Schmo, here's some water. I mean, it's electioneering. The second, and far more absurd strategy is to fall back on the Democrats' favorite accusation, racism. In this case, claiming that the Election Integrity Act of 2020 is the new Jim Crow. Elizabeth Warren, while promoting the additional conspiracy theory that Stacey Abrams won the Georgia 2018 gubernatorial race. Now, it's funny. I bet you all the videos from Senator Warren concerning the fact that she thinks that Stacey Abrams was cheated out of the governor's race isn't taken down from YouTube for inciting violence on election fraud, because you can't say the words, how ridiculous it is. Joy Reid, ever the voice of sanity and reason, has described the bill as Georgia Jim Crow law aimed at suppressing Democratic votes. Kamala Harris' niece also weighed in, calling the bill the new Jim Crow, except exactly the old Jim Crow. Given it was the Democrats who imposed the actual Jim Crow laws upon black Americans throughout the southern United States in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, you'd think they would have some understanding of the rules involved. Of course not. Jim Crow laws mandated complete racial segregation and were meant to marginalize African Americans by denying them the right to vote, hold jobs, get an education, or other opportunities. Well, this is probably a good time here. My leftist tears mug, which I got from the Daily Wire. Take a little drink here. Leftist tears taste absolutely amazing. Segregated waiting rooms and bus and train stations were required, as well as water fountains, restrooms, building entrances, elevators, cemeteries, even amusement park windows. African Americans were forbidden from living in white neighborhoods. Segregation was enforced for public pools, phone booths. You get the idea. Again, these rules were imposed by Democrats. Today's Democrats are trying to repackage the relic of their racist history for the continued political gain by convincing Americans of all races that requiring all voters to show some form of identification when casting their ballot by mail, thereby protecting the validity of their vote, is akin to segregation. To believe this ridiculous claim, you'd have to believe that black people are uniquely incapable of obtaining some form of identification. Tell me again, who's the racist? This is the reality of it. I mean, I think there's an Ami Horowitz video from PragerU asking black people in Harlem about, well, first he interviews outside of New York University, talking about voter ID and how oppressive it is and how some black people don't have access to the internet and how they can't figure out how to get IDs and blah, 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 blah. Of course, these white upper-class liberals. And then he goes into Harlem and talks to a lot of black people and basically says, do you have ID? Sure. You know, the DMV is good. Yeah, it's over here on 25th. And everybody knew. And he was basically telling them what the students were saying, not saying they were students, that you're incapable of getting on the internet. You're incapable of filling out a form to get ID. You're incapable of. And they're all insulted. Because the liberal, progressive morons are the racists. Look at these idiots. Look at these idiots. Are you kidding me? They're black, and they're saying black people are too stupid to get identification. My God, how ridiculous is this? Good Lord, can you think of anything in this society where identification isn't needed? You got to be kidding me. These people have no shame. And why do I think they're raising so much hell? Because the jig is up. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is Georgia, mind you. But the jig is up. And I hope that more and more states, but I pray, and more importantly, the swing states upgrade, not making people so they can't vote and make it impossible or extremely difficult. You have to have security. There's nations all over Europe that are 10 times more liberal than us when it comes to voting. And they rejected vote by mail a long time ago, saying there's too much room for chicanery. I can't use the FRAUD word because the algorithm will pick it up. I'm shadow banned anyway, so I probably should say it. Look at these people. Look at these hypocrites. Look at these people. They're saying, we're black, but we're highly educated. We're smarter than you. It's the average black person that's too stupid to get an ID. Just too stupid. We're going to make it easier for you since you're incapable and not smart enough getting for yourself. Black people, wake up. Democrats are not your friends. They're just using you for control and power. The integrity of the election process is most important. And without it, without confidence of the American people and the election process, this republic will crumble quickly. Why do these people want that? I don't have the slightest idea. I don't have enough experience in the mental health field to begin to even understand how half of these people think in the progressives and the liberal camp. I don't want to get going on this because this is a topic that pushes buttons for me. And until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.